Hey peeps, what's happening today? Hopes everyone had a great 24. Something I wanted to talk about was something called rock bottom. Many times over the last 20 years in my recovery, I've been asked by different people, what is rock bottom? When will my son, daughter hit rock bottom? When will my spouse hit rock bottom? You know, they have no money, they're destitute. Isn't that rock bottom? They're sleeping out in the street. Shouldn't that be rock bottom? Well, the actual thing is everybody's rock bottom is different. Some people will say, after a couple years of addiction, say, and they lose their job, well, that was rock bottom for them. Like that was the absolute last straw. Some people, like myself, I lost everything. I lost my family. I lost my job. I lost my place. I was living on the streets. I was going from emergency shelter to emergency shelter. Um, it was, it was terrible, but that still didn't stop me. I overdosed 3 times. I overdosed in Burnaby Mall, in McDonald's bathroom, and I mean the shame. Like, I mean, I can remember being on the SkyTrain and people, one person yelled out to me, "Have you OD'd lately?" Like, what the heck? I just couldn't believe it. I just can't tell you the feeling of shame that came over me. Like, wow. Uh, Rock bottom for me, I think what began happening at the end of my addiction is I really realized that this was not the life I really wanted to live. That I knew that there was something out there that was more for me, not this. And I went through treatments, through detoxes many times. Always got out, always went straight back. I've been to jail several times. But something happened the last time I went to jail. I decided instead of going out and going to use, I went to a doctor. And the doctor put me on the methadone treatment program. Now, fast forward a long time later. Anyway, I could tell you a lot about the methadone program, but that's not the point of this video. The point of the video is that for me, the rock bottom, it just became so emotionally empty inside. I was just a walking zombie whose only purpose was to try and score money to get high, and that to me was, almost worse than death. I looked at the people around me, and these are good people. These are people that should have had lives, but either because of trauma, mental health issues, they're living on the streets a life that, some third country people live better. Like, it's really sad. Vancouver East Side really opened my eyes. Well, I spent 10 years there, and although I never, got seriously hurt, injured, I seen some pretty crazy things. And now today, 20 years later, I'm sitting here with the person I love and share my life with, and now her daughter is an addict. And I can't do anything. I've tried. I've done everything I could do. I just don't know what else to do. So here I am, back, realizing that I don't have control. I can't control her. The best thing I can do is lead my life as an example for her that there is better, that there is another way. She got stabbed and she got jumped, and the thing is that to help someone reach their rock bottom, you cannot make it easy for them. You cannot enable for them. You have to just let them go. You have to let them, not the love. You can continue to love them, but you have to let them go. And you have to let them find out that there is no answers in drugs. There are no answers in the streets. Sometimes there is the unfortunate few that will never find recovery. I've lost some good friends, and I don't want to lose a daughter. Um, so I hope she finds her rock bottom very fast, but doesn't seem to be happening. So all I can say is it's up to you to really determine when your rock bottom is. I decided that, I didn't want to go back. I didn't want to go back to that lifestyle. I didn't want to go back to that hopelessness, to that daily existence, that daily grind of waking up, stealing, scoring dope, getting high, nodding off till the next day, and then repeat, rinse, repeat. Get caught, go to jail, detox in jail, suffer, puke, crap yourself, feel better, get kicked out of jail. You're sitting and, they release, like, I don't understand, sometimes how our society expects people to get better. But, when you go to jail, for example, for theft, and goes do 3 months, 4 months, whatever, and they release you. No structure, no place to go, nothing. They just literally drop you off in Vancouver and good luck to you. Well, like, what's going to happen here? Like, oh, yeah, of course you're going to use, and that's the thing. Like, if we really want to change our world, we have to change the way we're doing things. We have to address this addiction. If people really want to stop addiction, we have to decriminalize drugs. We have to stop stigmatizing people with health issues as criminals. Of course, people importing tons of drugs, and of course, they need to go to jail. But I'm talking about the actual average user who's just so empty inside that they got to find some kind of something to numb the pain, and that's what they do. They find the drugs. People get rich, their lives get ruined, and that's the disparity here. How fair is that? We really got to refocus and just understand that addiction, if treated as a health issue, I believe will not eradicate it, but will bring it to a point where very few people suffer. You're always going to have, even, they've done studies with, legal heroin, or, the drug for it, and the legal drug of heroin, and they've given that to people instead of methadone, and 90% of them did well, but 10%, didn't do well. They did do well, but they didn't, improve their lives. The other 90%, they went and got jobs. They, done volunteered. You always find that. You can't use that as an excuse to kill the whole program. It's the same I hear people talking about, like, say, for example, social services. Well, there's, 3% of people on social services are scamming the system. So what? Cut off the other 97%? It doesn't make sense. Like, it's tough. I don't know if we'll ever get there. I really don't. I know our human character just doesn't, there's something inside people that they just don't want to give. Like, if it belongs to them, that's it. I'm not giving you my dollar. You go, you're a drug addict, you go figure it out yourself. I'm not going to help you go through treatment. But yet what they don't realize is that at the, on the other breath, they're complaining about crime, they're complaining about, theft, they're complaining about all these things that are related to drug use. For example, in Portugal, where they decriminalized drugs, I think drug use, like, it was like such a significant drop in crime. Same with marijuana in Canada. Go read the studies. In 3 years, people between 18 and 25, arrests and charges have dropped significantly. It was unreal. I could not believe that many people were being charged with simple possession of marijuana. And not only that, if they got charged and convicted, that was it. They would never get in the States. They would never be able to leave this country. There is no worse charge than a drug charge, and it doesn't make sense. So in that respect, I think we are making progress, and I just hope that we keep going that way. So I want you to have a good 24. I want you to really take a look in the mirror and say to yourself, am I an addict? Is this addiction causing me problems? And if you say yes, then you must do something about it. Make a call, tell somebody, go to a meeting, look in the phone book, NA, AA, detox, do something, because if you don't do something today, you're wasting today, and today is the only thing you got. Love y'all.